Greetings. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you are new to this channel, like, subscribe, comment, share your input, all of that. Love is love. All love is received and reciprocated. And I definitely appreciate you tuning in to my videos. Whew. With that being said, today's topic is titled How to Begin Your Spiritual Journey. What a question, right? I have grown a decently large following on like Facebook actually, and I get asked often, and sometimes it's by people that I've known like for years, and other times it's by random strangers. And they ask me, how do I begin my spiritual journey? One thing about it that I just want to keep in mind is that we live in the day and age of social media. Nowadays, news travels like that, and therefore trends travel and word travels, and everything just travels so very quickly. And I personally do feel like spirituality is a trending topic right now, as far as what people believe to be spirituality. Root work is kind of trending. Magic is kind of trending. Working with crystals and studying moon cycles and astrology, all that stuff is definitely trending right now on social media. So some people, I don't know for what reason spirituality brought your attention, but I am making this video because I remember asking somebody. I asked one person. I met her, and her vibrational frequency was just something that I couldn't explain at the moment, but it was so bright. It was so much of a light. She was definitely an inspiration to me when I met her. And I met her at a fashion show when I was modeling in New York. And something about her energy opened up my eyes to something. And at that moment, I didn't know what it was that it really had opened up my eyes to. But all I knew is that whatever it was that was her essence, whatever it was that was her, I loved that. And I wanted to exude that energy myself. I wanted to feel that energy. And I don't know what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And I had asked her, and I'm not exactly sure what I asked her. All I know is that she didn't respond. And, back then when she didn't respond, I kind of felt a type of way that she like didn't respond. And then as I've gone deeper and deeper, because this was maybe like 2 years ago. So as I've gotten deeper and deeper into my own personal journey, I realized why she didn't respond, because there's just not really a way you can respond to somebody who's at the brink, and they want to explore this, they want to transcend their mental and their physical, but they don't really know where to start. They're not really sure what they want to transcend. And because everybody's spiritual journey is just so uniquely different, and the reasons why everybody gets into it is just so uniquely different, that it's really hard to tell somebody how to begin their journey. It's really something that you literally kind of really just have to do on your own. Like, I'm not lying to you. I began myself. In this video, I'm mostly going to tell you about what I did to jumpstart my journey personally, and just things that I feel like will help you, because I can't literally tell you like read this book and you're gonna activate your pineal gland. Like, it's just not that simple. It's just not that easy. Okay, so you really have to dig deep into self when beginning your spiritual journey. Like, this journey is all about you. Literally, it's all about you. A lot of us, we wake up in the morning, we see ourselves every day. We have been with ourselves. We know ourselves better than anyone else, right? And we feel like we know ourselves, but in all actuality, we don't really know that much about us, about ourselves. Like, in this journey, I have learned so much about myself that I probably used to turn the blind eye to, or characteristics about myself previous to, having growth that were very toxic, that I exuded without ever really acknowledging that I exuded those toxic character traits. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I definitely feel like spirituality, beginning your spiritual journey, starts with studying self. Um, I definitely associate part of my spiritual journey with astrology. Some people believe in astrology, some people don't. One of the first things I started to look up was, like my birth chart. Where is my North Node? What is my life purpose? What are some characteristic traits of myself? I started studying astrology, and I've always been interested in astrology. So that's just something for me. I've been looking at my horoscope since I was probably 10 years old, but I wasn't getting deep into the nodes and the aspects and the planets and how they align in the houses and all that stuff. I just used to simply read the horoscope. So astrology wasn't something that was all the way new for me. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely something that I delved more deep into. And for people who do believe in, astrological placements and how they work in real time and how they affect who you are as a person, I definitely recommend looking into astrology, looking into your own birth charts. Highly recommended personally by me. Other than that, you should begin to read. A lot of the times we watch TV a lot and we fill up our brains with this reality TV shows and cartoons and stuff like that. And while all of that is cool, all of that is also kind of just a distraction. So I definitely recommend spending more time reading. Read about your chakras. Read about how to strengthen your mentality. Read about how to heal from your triggers. Read about healing your childhood traumas. Read about it's so much stuff that you can read about that you need to. It's so much stuff that we all need to grow from. Personally, I have a very cutthroat story. What I have been through in my lifetime has been it's been a lot compared to some people, and nobody's comparing still, but I have been through a lot. But I don't let what I went through determine who I am. And the first step to not letting what you've been through determine who you are is by healing from those things. A lot of the time we don't heal from certain stuff, so we carry those toxic traits, and this is why we attract other people that are toxic. This is why we attract toxic partners, and we attract toxic friendships, and we keep holding on to family members who are toxic, because at the end of the day, you have to do what is going to be best for your mentality. And connections and bonds that you have very much affect you on a daily basis. So a lot of people think it's cutthroat to say cut out some of your family members, but it is what it is, because at the end of the day, you're focused on your healing. And some people, like they say, some people are just not meant to grow with you. So looking into all that stuff, some books that I recommend if you are a woman like myself, I recommend Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. That was one of the first books that I ever got that helped me to learn more about spirituality, and I have yet to ever finish that book. Now it's kind of like my it's like a go-to book for me. I just go to the index and I look up certain stuff. But yeah, things along those lines. Read more, learn more about yourself. Try meditation, try yoga, try exercise, try just spending time out in nature and literally grounding. It's extremely important. I tell people meditation is important because our minds are constantly working. They're constantly moving. We live in a day and age where we have everything to worry about. We have to worry about these bills. We have to worry about our car. We have to worry about our roof over here. We have to worry about food. We have to worry about everything, literally. So finding time to just let go and give your mind a second to take a break is important, because even when we go to sleep, 9 times out of 10, a lot of us dream. So when we're dreaming, our mind is technically still active. You know what I'm saying? So at what point throughout the day do you ever give your mind a break? when you meditate. Learn to meditate. Learn to give your mind some ease sometimes. Learn to stop stressing and worrying about these worldly matters, because of course things, they matter, but they can very much affect your mentality, and your mental can affect your physical. And it all just coincides, and it all just coincides together. Okay. Anyway, what else? And then it's about what you eat. And I'm not gonna get up here and tell you to become vegan or go on an alkaline diet or whatever. I'm gonna tell you to acknowledge the things that you are putting into your body. It's so simple as going on YouTube, just like you found me, or even going on Google and just looking up, is fruit snacks healthy for me? Is refined sugar healthy for me? Is dairy-based products actually nourishing my body? You know what I'm saying? It's just as far as going with that. When I first started my journey, I began reading more. I began meditating. I began creating a sacred space for myself. I personally just created an altar and all that stuff. And this is just my journey. This might not be your journey. And I began to definitely pay attention to what I ate. I started fasting. I started fruit fasting. I cut out all meat and animal and processed foods, and I was mostly eating fruits throughout the day, and I was eating vegetables and grains, sometimes. And that was what I was consuming, and it definitely helped me and just to clean out my body and cleanse my system, and ultimately it helped me to reach new heights on my personal journey. So I definitely recommend that. I recommend all that. So let's take that all in whole. I recommend reading more, studying yourself, paying attention to what you consume, doing meditation, yoga, finding time to ground, spend time out in nature. Like these are all things that I did to start my journey, because a lot of time, okay, the foods that we eat, the things that we spend our time doing kind of block us off from what our higher purpose may be, So, a lot of people, I don't know what level you're on, but foods can lower your vibration. So can the products that you use on your skin and your body. So can the people that you're around can lower your vibration, and the energy that you are near, you become susceptible to. So it's so many things to really focus on, but really it starts with a life analysis. Analyze who you're around and how those people make you feel. Do you have friends who exude more negative energy than positive around you? When you eat certain foods, how do you feel afterwards? Does your body literally feel nourished, or is your food actually taking away your energy? Like, do you get the itis after you eat, or do you feel full of energy after you eat? How does work make you feel? Working in the environment that you have to work in. How do you feel as a person? Do you feel like you are doing what you wanted to do in life, and not necessarily like, okay, you may have wanted to be an astronaut when you were a kid. Maybe you're not on the track to be an astronaut. I don't necessarily mean like that, but do you feel like you're living with purpose? Do you feel like your life has a meaning at all? Just those are some things for you to think about when beginning your spiritual journey. At the end of the day, we are always constantly evolving. I'm here telling you how to begin your spiritual journey, and I am still in the middle of mine. I'm still constantly learning, growing, evolving every single day. And that's what you have to realize, that this is going to be a journey and a process. There is no way for me to tell. There's no comparison like, oh, she's on a higher level in her journey than me. Like there's none of that comparing. Like your journey is your own specific journey, And how you choose to go about it and what you choose to do is completely up to you. I'm just telling you some things that might help you to jumpstart this journey if it's something that you've been interested in and don't know where to start. And with that being said, thank you all for watching.